What's going on? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live. Where are we at?
Industry's most wanted.
And we got one of the industry's most wanted checking in tonight. Big shout out to my homie, my family, my bro, Jay Cool. What is going on? Good evening. How you doing with your purple on, the Purple Prince?
I'm doing good, just repping the brand. You know what I'm saying? Repping the brand, full-time trapping out right now. We got the merch. You see the campaign, you see the posters. Yeah, we're just living the dream, like I always say, living the dream.
I love the fact that you have heavily branded the single, which we're going to listen to at the conclusion of this, and we're going to definitely talk about that. I like the posters behind you. You got the shirt on. You're wearing it on your chest. No shade to other brands, but we should be rocking our own if we have one.
Hey, I'm all about self-promotion and self-motivation. You have to kind of like Larry June says, like you have to say good job to yourself. You know, you have to up talk yourself when nobody's telling you these things and um be transparent through it all.
Yeah, 100%. So let's take it back a little bit. You know, you've been professionally making music, and some people might not believe this because you look so young, but you've been professionally making music for like 21 years. We're talking two
Yeah.
decades in a year. That's a long, long time. And
Yeah.
your early days were in Valdosta, Georgia. Now you're based in Tallahassee, Florida. Have both cities kind of influenced you in regards to the type of music that you're putting out, or where do you draw inspiration from?
My inspiration, it comes from, I would say, early early Outcasts. Just seeing how they, put that Southern playalistic, and then of course your little Uncle Luke. I had aunties and uncles listen to Trick Daddy, JT Money, so that right there. Then of course the Cash Money, the 8 Ball, the MJGs, because I had uncles. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's kind of what it is. But also my mother, she said she was the black white girl growing up in school, so she listened to little bit of country, little bit of rock, and she loved Prince. Hence me being the Purple Prince. So yeah,
Absolutely. And I feel like, now a lot of these genres, are intermingling. You're hearing some hip hop artists now doing some rock music, doing country music, Southern soul. And I'm here for it. I like the fact because it kind of, not kind of, it makes you more marketable because now you have a more diverse audience.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I'm enjoying it all. I mean, I've been telling my one of my close producers, Fortune Ave, he's like, man, like what's gonna be your main style of music? And I still don't know. I just like, this trap music so much, but this haven't and it ain't been my main genre. You know what I mean? I just have a love for it. You understand? And I've lived some things, you know what I mean? But I like pop a lot. I like R&B. I like sensual music. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
me too.
Like I say, rock. That early 2000 that Fifi Dobson, that simple plan, like that corn, J. Cool is a mixture of like all of that stuff. You feel me? Like you really can't put no label on me. You feel me? Like you really can't.
And just to give everybody a quick history lesson, you and I, our last interview was in 2021, correct?
Yes, it was.
I
Yes,
believe
ma'am.
it's 2021. Yeah, and it's been a minute, and I love the fact that I mentioned this to you before we came live, and I'm gonna mention it live. I like when God aligns us with good people that even if we haven't spoke in a while, we come back and it's so smooth and seamless, like we haven't skipped a beat. And that's always the energy I get with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, like I was watching your impact and your growth and transition from Hood Magazine, like I always say, just like I told Jen, you know what I mean, Miss River City, just and I was telling my friend, I'm like, he like, man, how did you have your approach being in Panama City? I'm like, bro, I'm like, when I moved there, I just wanted to do some things and I just wanted to take it to another level. So once I started seeing these people who was doing what I wanted to do at higher levels, I just started moving like I was, at those levels and just started doing those things and receiving the impact. So that's what I was.
100%. Yeah, you have to be mindful of the people you surround yourself with because there's a lot of people out here who don't want to see you do good or see me do good. They will play in our face. You know what I'm saying? They will play all in our face, but behind our back, they praying on our downfall.
Like that's been the big thing for me, just realizing who to keep close and just, some people just keep in touch with you, just they want to see what's going on, but they're not really helping. It's like they're slightly supportive, but I don't know. It's like you kind of got to know when to just cut ties and just stay locked in on what you got, going.
Absolutely. We have to learn to leave people where they're at and do it unapologetically. Like not everybody is intended to come on J. Cool's journey with him, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. I mean, that go for family, friends, anybody. You know what I mean? You gotta know when to just love people from a distance and like not get emotional about it, but because in the process you're passionate about your craft, but it's like everybody else is not. You know what I'm saying? They may not be passionate about nothing in their life. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, it just it I don't know. A lot of people don't know how to take it. I don't want to say it makes them feel away, but they just don't know how to deal with it. You understand
Yes.
what I'm saying? And I just notice when I be around certain people, I don't be saying too much of what I got going on. I don't be because you can look and see it. I live it. So it's like, this is what it is.
You have to be mindful of what you tell certain people because a listening ear is also a running mouth. So you got to be
That
mindful of who you tell what to because they going to run tell that.
Facebook, what up?
Most definitely. So let's talk about your latest single. It's called Fulltime Trapping. As we talked about, you're branding it. And that really blends like a nostalgic gaming aesthetic with vintage cash money energy. Why was it important for you to lean into that sound and that era for this particular record?
Because I felt like it was time, and that right there, I say Cash Money had the biggest impact on me musically coming up. So I wanted to stay true to that and blend everything like with the early 80s and 90s with the Nintendo vibe to fit, I guess, to fit the song or to fit the brand that I was going with.
No, I love that. I feel like you nailed it too. So, quick sidebar question. Being that, Cash Money is a part of the influence, did you see the verses with them and No Limit?
Oh yeah, yes, I did. I was all over the internet reacting, and yes, I was. I had my little soldier rag on my head. I had it around my neck. Yes, all of that. I
So,
was.
I mean, not to get on that too much because this isn't about them, but being that they were Cash Money was an influence for you, like, how do you feel? What was your takeaway from that verses?
Ooh, okay, my takeaway. I understand what they was trying to do and what they did. It was a good look for the culture. But I felt like a it should have somewhat been in the South and on a neutral space, because I understand when people say it should have been in New Orleans, but a lot of people in New Orleans, that's their backyard. So it's like it's very emotional.
Yeah.
I get, with it being made for TV and for the fans, but I was thinking like if it would have been in Atlanta, it was neutral. The response to certain songs, we would have got bigger responses. Um, and it being in the South, just more organic, because No Limit and Cash Money, they're really pillars of the South. But they transcended the whole world and rap game. But down south, it's some records that we just they don't hit the same when you play them in Las Vegas. And those people, they wasn't around. And I remember Juvenile saying something on the interview. He was like, if they do it again, he would like to have like 35 and up. You know what I'm saying? Because that
Yes.
that's it's like 35 to 55. I'm like, that's the age group that really is gonna, you know what I mean? Really going under
I
that,
could
y'all not gonna understand it. They're not gonna understand.
I feel like you gave the absolute perfect answer. You're right. Because as I was watching it, like some of the people in the audience were very young and they were just kind of standing there because they didn't know the music. And I'm like, why are you even here? You're just taking up space. So I agree. They should have had it in a more southern city where people can respect the music. And like you said, maybe next time around, Juvenile mentioned that 35 to 50, because I'm 51. And so I fall right in the middle of that. And it's like, that was completely what I grew up listening to in my earlier days. So you're 100% right. So, but definitely salute to both of them. I feel like they did their thing. Most definitely. So you described your song as completely unfabricated, just real life. How do you stay authentic while still crafting these hit records? Because I know it can be a fine line between being authentic, but still making the people resonate with it. Because, we're in an era now where people want to hear that fast, trendy music, and you're giving them more than that.
Um, ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Like I said, I pull from life experiences.
Mm.
I pull from life experiences. But I still try. I also try to make them relatable with certain things. Like I seen a couple of baby interviews early when he was like try to make certain things caption. You know what I mean? So when I'm in there crafting it, it's not so much as writing, it's like a punch in. It's because that's where we are, having a lot of thoughts. So it's just building off the next line, making it all resonate and making the complete thought, not just putting a bunch of lines to fill the song up. Nah, everything has to resonate and get the point across the best way possible.
No, that makes perfect sense. You're right, because you do want your fan base and potentially new fans to resonate with what you're saying, because this is a heavy topic that I've been talking about. You, Jay Cool, you're a human being. You can bring that human element to a song that these new AI artists cannot do. Let's be honest. So you want people to resonate with it for sure. I just want to give a quick shout out to people checking in. A shout out to my homie Robert over there on Facebook. He always tunes in and supports the interviews. We're currently on YouTube, 2 Facebook pages, and on Twitch. So, if you guys are popping in and out, make sure you drop a comment so we can shout you out. Shout out to Tay Butler. Hello, love. So we're just making sure that everybody that tunes in, we let you know that, we see you. We appreciate you being here. I've got my homie Jay Cool checked in tonight. He and I go way, way, way back. Just like my brother from another. We've been rocking for many, many years. So he's got a new record out, which we're going to listen to in a little bit, called Fulltime Trapping. But let's talk about some of your accolades. You recently reached 9,000 YouTube subscribers. And that's not to be taken lightly, because it's very difficult to get people to hit that subscribe button. They might come watch a video, but they're not going to take time to hit subscribe. Shameless plug, if you on YouTube right now, hit my subscribe button. But you've got 9,000 YouTube subscribers. So chances are, depending on your amount of watch hours, you're able to monetize your YouTube channel now.
Yes, I'll tell you exactly about that. With the monetization thing, I kind of got popping posting reels. So I posted a couple of viral reels, and mixing my content in with it. But you have to have a certain amount of watch hours and something else to go with that. And
It's
you
a
have
it's a
go ahead.
thousand subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
Okay, all right, okay. So if they're gonna watch the videos, I think you have to have it's X amount. But once you start with the reels, it's I think you have to have the 4,000 in like 3 months.
Oh,
So
really? Okay.
yeah, it's a they give you a timeline. And earlier this year when I was posting like crazy, I was almost at the timeline, but I didn't like quite make the cutoff. But
Got
it's
you.
they trying to make it like so tricky when you posting this content. And that's why I was trying to just stay on one thing to just get it in the algorithm, because I posted a fight, I posted a cartoon. I'm just getting content because I was watching Snoop Dogg's Instagram page. Snoop is just posting whatever. His page is like a media page. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
test the algorithm.
right, because you can eventually go back and delete that content if you want to. Like, post a bunch of content to attract people, still kind of keep it true to who you are. So that way, the people that are starting to follow you off of that content are going to resonate with your music as well. But, you could always archive it, delete it later on, and kind of, but that's a great way. Cause like you said, you got to have a certain, cause Instagram puts out bonuses. And with these bonuses, you have to do stuff within a certain time frame and this, that, and the third. They be putting a cap on it. So no, that makes perfect sense. And, definitely congratulations on that amount of YouTube subscribers, because there's people out here who has YouTube for 10 plus years and they haven't even hit 500 subscribers yet. But I feel like it's important for us to push all of our platforms out there.
It is. It is. That's why I appreciate it. That's why I've been trying to post a little bit more on TikTok.
Mm.
Because like I see stories where people have so much success on TikTok, and I'm like, okay, I can't forget about it. I can't just say, forget TikTok, humbug. I have to. I'm like, okay, I got so much content. I'm like, I'm on Facebook posting stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, just repost that content over there. Just, you know what I mean? Because
No, you're right, because each platform has their own audience. There are people that are diehard TikTok users, but they don't come over to Instagram like that, or vice versa, right? So yeah, whatever you're posting on your Instagram, boom, just go post it on your TikTok as well. It is really not that hard.
it's not. It takes I seen a couple of spectacular courses. Pretty Ricky. Like a lot of the stuff they got, you can put your posts on automation, and they have these AI, you know what I mean, programs to where if you're really on the content game, like you can plan your posts. You know what I mean? I just bombard. You know what I mean? I don't. There's J. Cool's madness. He's just all over the place. But I'm aware of schedule this post, do it like that, do it like that. It's you can freeball it however.
No, you're right, because I do use that feature quite a bit on Instagram. Like if I have a post that I want to make at a certain time and I know I might be interviewing during that time, I'll go ahead and schedule it ahead of time. That way, boom, it gets out. Because you and I both know the way the algorithm works. Everybody's Instagram's a little different. Like my best posting time might be Monday at 10 a.m. Yours might be Wednesday at 8 p.m. So we kind of figure out what our posting times are based upon our audience and continue to post during the and outside of those times too, but mainly during those times where we find that we get a lot of traffic.
Yep. You gotta look at that data. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah,
get some,
that's
you gotta go there and look at the data, see when it peaks and when it's popping for you.
Yeah, because Instagram has that in our professional dashboard. It shows us our peak time. So, but a lot of people may not know it's there, or they do know it's there and they just don't utilize it. And I feel like, and running ads, that's also one of the most important things you can be doing is running them ads on social media, because that's where a lot of my business comes from, honestly, is I constantly spend money on ads.
You have to. Russell he been preaching it. He was like, I saw one clip. He's like, I spent it all on ads.
Yes.
I'm like, you kind of gotta have, like in the marketplace with any big brand. Like, I was watching a show called Mad Men for years, and their ad agency, but it's just the way that they approach an ad. You know what I mean? And you have to spend that money to have that visibility. Like, you have to.
Yeah, because, let's be honest, most people aren't getting bazillion views without running ads, because most of these platforms are not pushing our content out to enough people like they were back in the day. So we're forced to
Yeah.
do that. And I'm like, I look even like my Google ads, because I run Google ads on all my YouTube videos, because we might get some people tuning in, but you got to run them ads. And that's a good thing, because it gets it in front of an audience of people that don't know you.
Yes, and they can appreciate your brand and see that you have a serious approach because one, you're running the ad, so
Yes.
you're serious about it off the rip. You know what I mean? So that's good.
100%, most definitely. So you also created your first AI generated music video for Full Time Trapping, and I want to talk about that because I love that. I feel like I'm here for AI because I utilize it for certain things as well. I feel
Yeah.
like AI is here to enhance what we got going on, not necessarily replacing it. Like, I'm not big on full AI artists that they're using that to create the music and sing the music, but
Yeah.
utilizing it as a tool to create graphics for you, because I've used it to create graphics, to use it to create music videos for you. What made you decide to go that route of using AI to generate the video for you?
I have like my good friend Fortune Nav, my good friend producer. He's always telling me about, hey bro, this is the next thing. This is what's going on. So he kind of showed me it was a couple guys who was doing like AI. So I saw somebody on Fiverr and I wanted to, get a video script and get some help. So I got the script on ChatGPT. So I'm like, okay, hey bro, I got this script. I like your style of how you did everything. Can you compile a video for me? He was like, yeah, but how he explained it to me, like, think about this. He was like, I have to make the character. And then if you have other characters, I have to design them. I have to make the world. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? So he told me, it's like, it's going to cost this. It's going to cost this. It's going to take this much time. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, I don't have that for my budget. So I just went a step further and went into ChatGPT. Um, I went to YouTube first and I looked at some more tutorials, found the right one, got busy generating pictures for the storyboard. Because once you get in ChatGPT, it asks you to go a step further with anything that you want to use. So I
Yeah.
just took it a step further and was like, would you like to generate images for the storyboard? I'm like, yes. And I generated all the images, went to a second platform, brought them to life, made them move, made them do what I wanted to do. And like from there, like I've been putting videos together since MySpace. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when all the pictures are coming, compiling, I'm showing my son, I'm like, look at what I did. So when I'm doing all of this, it's just coming together. Plus I have the ChatGPT script, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted. I'm just lighting up on the inside. So I'm like, let me take it a step further. Let me get some, let me do some merch. Let me just take it a step further. And 15 hours later, I had the video done.
That
Because
is dope. That's dope. And you were able to utilize the resources that you had and do it yourself rather than, and Fiverr is a great resource for people that don't know about it. I've ordered different things off of Fiverr as well. Like my drops for my radio station came from Fiverr. Some of my graphics, my artworks came from Fiverr, but some people, because I remember back in the day, even my Mystics Entertainment logo was created by a Fiverr graphic designer for $5 back in the day, like, and I
hey
still use
bro,
the logo to this day. So it's like, but utilizing them resources that you have, most definitely, I'm here for it. So one of your most powerful accomplishments is creating the song "The Vibe" with your little brother Cameron before his untimely passing, and my condolences to you. How did that experience change your life, losing your brother?
ooh, that right there, like that was the most devastating part of my life. Other than other than having a child like taken away from you forcibly, that right there, that's like my heart being ripped out because you gotta understand, I'm like 13 years older than my brother. When he was born, I was 14. So he
Oh,
tell it
okay.
he was like my little baby. You understand? He was the first baby in the house. So I had to help, with him, and it was devastating. Still having to be strong for my parents. Because that was their little baby. He was our little baby. So it was good to have created that with him, because I feel like throughout the years he know how passionate I was with music. So he always wanted to feel closer to me,
Yeah.
and impress me with our bond through music. He would always ask me like, "What you thought about this artist? What you think about this? Well, this what I'm listening to. I'm listening to this. Well, I didn't know you listened to them. What you know about them, Jay? Like, so that's what I can remember about my brother, and I always remember.
It's difficult, and I'm going to throw this out there. I lost my sister back in 2012. So right now, my sister, your brother are up there watching this interview together right now.
Right? Man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, right now.
And I know it's difficult because I'll tell you, like, losing someone close to you, it's so final. It's so final. I feel like we
Uh,
will be together again one day when we transition, but while we're here, you
no,
know, in this life, it's so final. And I have days too where I'm like, man, I wish I could just call my sister and talk to her, and we can't. It's so difficult. So I feel your pain on that.
I'm telling you, like I got his text message thread, like I got a whole bunch of memories I could just go tap into. Him, like, dang, like he just hit. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to be too torn up about it. And
Yeah.
plus, I mean, he had a daughter, who was born a week after he passed. So it's like it's so many things that I have to be joyful and thankful of. So, you know, but
Absolutely.
I got my good days and bad days. I I,
We
I
are.
could I could cry every day.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, what I'm saying? It's still I have to pick myself up and be like, hey, all right, okay, all right, and keep going.
And the thing is, you and I know they would not want us doing that. We have to continue their legacy for them because they were both supportive of what we do.
Absolutely.
So let's
Absolutely.
talk about this project called Double O.
Okay. Why that one?
Well, it's a long one. It's 23 tracks. Which I'm not knocking that. I'm just curious to how long did it take you to put that project together?
Oh, double O. I put double O together after the Purple Prince. It took me probably about 10 months. About 10
Okay.
months.
Okay, because it came out this year in April, so it's still a fairly new project.
Yes, but listen, I will tell you, I put that out, but it actually was put out in 2012.
So it's a remake of it, like a re-release of it.
Yes, it's a re-release, because you gotta think. I was big on that Piff, so that was a mixtape album on that Piff. But
Okay.
since that Piff went away, I
Yeah.
had I had to start re-putting things out, and I just wanted to put it on there.
I'm glad that you did because there was a lot of like mixtapes because I used to do industries. That's how Industries Most Wanted was a mixtape series. You may remember. I
Mhm.
lost a lot of that work when Spinrilla and Dat Piff went away. Fortunately, live mixtape is still around, so I still have a few tapes up there. But yeah, man, we lost some work. So I'm glad that you were able to re-release that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had to be big on creating my own website and keeping the music over there when it did go away. Cause I'm like, dang, like people was noticing me, like when I first got to Panama City and I started putting mixtapes out. I went to a barber shop, and one of the barbers, like he noticed me. He was like, hey, Jay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen you that Piff, and it's like, dang, it's like that Piff really was a marker for us. You know what I mean? But
And your most recent project is called Yesterday.
yes, 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 yes. That's what I did for my little brother. Like I said, just grieving. You know what I mean? Because it's like I made one song, but I still feel empty. I still felt emotional. You feel me? So it was like I'm just gonna record what I can and just just put it out because
Yeah.
it was like these songs is like it's a capsule of time from that period of time last year. Like I know exactly when I made them because right now instead of like holding things for like 10 months, I kind of just been putting it out.
Yeah,
Just
as you should. As you should, because when you continue to throw music out there, eventually something's going to stick. You may not know which record it's going to be, and and I feel like if you make timeless music, you can release it at any time. That's true enough, but I feel like a lot of artists when they carry stuff in the vault for too long, eventually they just end up not putting it out, because they got so much new music that came after it.
yeah. And right now it's like I'm telling you, like on Instagram, like so many of these producers they reaching out to me. They're reaching out from Russia, Belgium, a lot of them from Russia, and it's like I'm so swamped, and like I got so many songs that I have to pay for, albums that I gotta re-release. It's like, yo, right now I'm trying to tell them like, yo, I'm on full-time trapping right now. I'm an
Yeah.
artist. I love getting in the studio making it. Like love getting us smoking and love getting these ideas and recollecting, but this is the campaign right now. I have to be tunnel vision for this campaign, for this brand. So just trying to stay the course,
Yeah.
and see the results, and make a big impact with it.
Absolutely. And outside of music, you're building Chef Cool's Kitchen. I want to talk about that a little bit. How does your passion for, we'll say, cooking reflect the same discipline and artistry you bring into the studio when you're creating music?
Um, with my discipline, with food, like we have to eat. And I enjoy creating. You know what I mean? I'm creating music, I'm creating food, and I receive the most satisfaction when you, the person, receives it and enjoy it. Like that's the most satisfaction right there to me. Um, honestly, and that's why that's why I feel like food and music they go hand in hand.
Absolutely, because, I feel like being a cook or a chef is absolutely a form of art because let's be honest, some people out here cannot cook unless it's like mac and cheese out of a box. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was on a whole wave for a long time where I was watching, I think it's a next top, what is it? Next Level Chef. There was also Guy's Grocery Show. Guys, what was it called? The Guy Fury. He's got the Guy's Grocery Games or something like that, where it's the cooking shows and they're in competition with other chefs. I used to love watching them shows because I live vicariously through them. I'm like, I don't know how to cook. I'm a good cook, but I don't know how to cook some of that stuff they be cooking. They be knowing the ins and outs of it. So that is dope. So is this something that's already in the works?
Yes, I mean it's already in the works. Like I'm gonna tell you, when I moved away from Panama City, um, back in 2018, I had already started Chef Cool's Kitchen. I started in 2017, so I was just selling cakes. It was just mobile catering. Um, so when I moved away, came to Georgia, it kind of dissolved. But I'm just revamping it and just gonna put some fresh energy into it and have a full menu with some desserts because being in Tallahassee I can utilize this whole college and we have an urban market. So I feel like it would do good. I feel like I'm in the right place because like I said I was in
Yeah.
Atlanta, so seeing all that soul food is and seeing how everybody was operating, I feel like I had to take the journey. Went back home to Valdosta for a little bit. It's like I just had to get refreshed with what was going on. So yeah, it's just all I can say. Stay tuned.
And Tallahassee is a great city as well. Like you said, there's a lot of college students. And have you connected with DJ Dimp out there? He's like a legend in the city.
I have not since I've been back, but Dim Week is coming up, and I will be trying to reach out to him. I reached out to him. I did a couple like one of his events years ago.
Okay.
It didn't really turn out to my liking, but I say that. But you see, I'm here. I'm staying consistent. That's my motto. So He gonna see me again. You know what I mean?
I know that's right. Most definitely. How has becoming a father reshaped your priorities, your business decisions, the content you put into your music? How has fatherhood affected all of that?
Um, it made me go harder because it just put more into it because um tomorrow's not promised, and looking at them grow is showing me that times time's ticking. So you got to give it all you got. I don't want to be like, I should have. Why didn't I do it? Nah, we doing it.
No
We
regrets.
we swinging. We swinging right now. We That's what we doing.
Knocking it out the park. And like you said earlier, being proactive. I feel like when you have kids, the ultimate decision is being proactive, because if you are reactive to a situation, it could end up putting you in a bad situation where you're not going to be able to raise your kids.
Yes, yes, yes. I agree. I agree. I
Think
agree.
about your moves before you make them. Think about this decision I'm about to make. How is it going to affect my kids? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we have to do that, because essentially we don't want someone else raising our kids. How many babies you got?
I got three, and I have two stepchildren, so we're gonna say five.
That is beautiful. Listen, that is the biggest blessing. That is the biggest. What is their age range? What's the oldest? What's the youngest?
We got 19, and we have 8 years old.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
It's
That's
not.
not
It's
too bad. There'll be people out here who like they'll have like a 25-year-old and now they're giving birth to a newborn. I'm like, bruh, bless your heart. You gonna be raising kids for the rest of your life.
that right there. That's a little. I got a buddy. His son just turned like 3. He recently started over, and I'm like, that's a little. That's a little. You know what I mean? More
Uh-uh.
power. I'm Yeah. See, my son's at the fun age. Like I said, he's 8, and last year around Thanksgiving we recorded his first song. So like I'm good. You know.
Listen, I'm with you. My son is 31. I have a whole grown man, so
Oh,
the next thing on my radar is grandbabies.
heard that. Heard
That's it.
that.
That's what I'm here for. Most definitely. So, for someone who's been in the game in this industry for 21 probably plus years, what keeps you hungry for doing this? What keeps that spark and that drive alive after 21 years? That's a long time, bro.
Yeah. New new fans. New fans. You feel me? New fans keep my hunger because, like you say, like the world is a new place. I mean, it's a big place,
Yeah.
and wherever you go, you could go into a new place where nobody's heard of you, discovered you. You know what I mean? So the journey into the unknown, that's what fuels me right there. That always that big what if. So it's always that big what if.
I love that. Absolutely. Because, like you said earlier, you don't want to have regrets. No shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Not land. If you make it to see 80, you land in the hospital bed. You telling, hey, you want to be
Right.
at a, hey, I lived it. I talked about it. I've been through it. I don't want to be. I wish no. Nah.
Right. There's a lot of dreams in the graveyard. I've heard people say that, and I was like, man, that's facts. People take them dreams and wishes and shoulda, coulda, wouldas to their grave with them.
Another thing I want to add. I was telling my friend this. I saw DJ Jazzy Jeff say, musicians should die empty. Uh,
Mm.
what he mean by that? Songs in you, get these songs out. Die empty. Don't die full of, you know what I mean? Full of all of these things on the inside of you. Let it out. Share it with the world. So
Stop
that's
taking it to the grave with you. Like you said, go to your grave empty, 100%. So, after these 21 years, what statement do you still feel like J. Cool hasn't fully made yet? Because, like, you're still doing this, and I feel like we're always a work in progress. Is there a statement to the world that you feel like you haven't made yet throughout these 21 years that people may see coming into the new year from you?
uh, statement that I haven't made.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Everything I've said, I feel like I've been unapologetically myself, and just trying to just live up to that and just be creative as I can in doing it. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
You're leaving no stone unturned, as they say.
all I can say is just tune in, watch the show, get your popcorn.
Do you think that artists with long careers like yourself get overlooked in today's industry, or do you feel like the longevity is the ultimate flex?
The longevity is the ultimate flex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, everybody, like I say, you got everybody can't stand with the test of time. You know what I mean? Like I was listening to my double O earlier. Like I told you, I recorded that in 2011, 2012. So it's like listening to some of the stuff that I was saying, it was a little outrageous, but when I go to other songs, it's very sensual and very on time. And it's like this young 22, 23 year old, he's speaking like a grown, like a grown man, and like, not no cuss words. So it's like I'm 40 now. So it's like I knew what I was wanting to do, you know what I mean? And I stayed true to who I am.
I think that's what it's all about, staying true to yourself. Because people will know if you're being authentic or not. They're going to know if it's cap or if it's something real. So being authentic, and that's again where you're going to generate and create your most organic, authentic fan bases by you giving them the most authentic version of who J. Cool is.
And that's what I try to do. That's it, Tim. But that's what I try to do every time.
So with everything that you have achieved, what's one moment in your career that made you feel the most proud?
Making the songs with my brother and son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like those two right there. I mean, and then I made a song with my father. He was on my last album, so he's Jamaican. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And he sings, so it's like just having that camaraderie of a bond. That that's it for me.
Listen, I feel like that was a great answer. Absolutely. Being able to have the people that you love the most, the close ones to you, especially like you said with your brother, because he's no longer here with us in physical form. He's here spiritually with us.
Uh,
That's something that you can take with you for a lifetime. You can go back and listen to that and reminisce on those good times that you guys had together and creating that song. And I'm quite sure it makes you emotional with listening to it.
It does. It does. It does. It does. It makes me smile though, because I know we had so much fun making it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't. It's slightly bittersweet because, like I said, we got that was a fun song. Then I made a song, a tribute song, reacting to his death. And
Yeah.
on my last album, I had two songs that I attributed attributed to two good friends of mine. One from Valdosta. He was a good friend, very talented freestyle. He kind of influenced me over the years, and a friend in Panama City, who was just very supportive, just always genuinely supportive. I made songs for them, so I always honor my dead, my father. I always, you know what I mean. I always honor them, so that's just something that's a part of me. And I feel like that makes me vulnerable, and I feel like that could, you know what I'm saying. If y'all ain't connected with this trap stuff, it's a couple layers of J. Cool. You just got to keep peeling. Like you're gonna find one that you're gonna like. I swear to God. Like just this is just what I'm pumping out right now. You feel me? Full time
Absolutely.
trapping.
And I could say like I've been in this industry for 15 years now, and along my journey I've met a lot of great people, and you are one of the most consistent artists that I have had the opportunity to interview more than once, and we've done campaigns together, and I've watched your growth, and that's something to be proud of. I'm proud of you because you stay consistent you weathered the storms, because this music industry is like a roller coaster. We have the highs, we got the lows, and we got everything in between.
Absolutely, Tampa. Absolutely. I appreciate that.
Of
Appreciate.
course. So we've got the record Full-Time Trapping that we're going to go ahead and get into and check out. Before we do that, I've got your Instagram scrolling across the screen. It's called The Purple Prince. But go ahead and tell them all the platforms that you're active on, including your YouTube, so we can run those YouTube subscribers up even a little bit more.
Yeah, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're on Triller a little bit, but J Cool, aka the Purple Prince. We on Facebook right now. Say what's up to Facebook. And we got
Uh,
YouTube over there. So yeah, we just active. And our website is in the mix forever.com. Just went back up. You can get these shirts. We got merch. I need to send you something. Because if I was there in studio, I was gonna bring you something, but we're gonna get it together and we have
oh,
it something.
absolutely. Please do. And yeah, you have my studio address. Feel free to send
Oh
it because
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's in the email. Say less. It's in the email.
and my biggest suggestion is send it USPS because UPS and FedEx will not leave packages at my door if I'm not there, but USPS will put it in my mailbox.
Say less. I got you. We're gonna try to make sure we got that by Christmas or little after. You know what I'm saying? With
No,
everything else, you gonna get it. You gonna get it.
get through the holidays because this season be busy. You know what I'm saying? So you got family, you got 5 kids. I get it. You got a wife, like you got a whole get through the holidays after the new year. That could be your New Year's gift to me.
I got you. I got you.
Most definitely. Who do you want to give thanks to, J. Cool, that's really been loving you and supporting you throughout your journey?
Uh, the big man upstairs, God.
Yeah.
God, like God. That's without him just giving me breath and giving me life and strength. You know what I mean? To keep going. You
A
feel me?
big
Like
one.
all this stuff that's going on in the world, like a lot of things we had no explanation for, other
You're
than
absolutely
other than God said, this was gonna come to pass.
Listen, that's something that I've absolutely incorporated into my every single day because the world is crazy and we deal with crazy people, crazy situations. And I keep telling myself this too shall pass. It's not because whatever craziness and chaos we're going through today, chances are a week from now, we may not even remember it. You know what I'm saying? Like out of sight, out of mind. I'll give you a quick example of that. And this is why people shouldn't stress about stuff that's not in their control. I remember I was driving home from work the other day. I was leaving my studio and some crazy a-hole was like, them people that ride your bumper and they're just like pushing you along. So I finally got over to it. And I don't be driving like no granny. I just be doing the speed limit, right? So literally he zoomed off. About 5 minutes later, I caught up to him and I was like, within that 5 minutes, I totally forgot that situation just happened. Rather than stressing out over something you can't control, it's out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't allow that type of stuff to dictate your day-to-day life because by next week or even later today, you ain't even gonna remember it anymore.
It's gonna be farthest from your thoughts. Farthest from your thoughts.
Absolutely. Any final thoughts that you do want to leave with the listeners or viewers who may see this now or later?
Yeah. Full-time trapping is out right now. Music video, merch. We just trying to spread this whole campaign to the world. One time, and we're gonna keep it going.
I
God
know
bless.
that's God bless, most definitely. So let's go ahead and check out the song. We got the one and only my homie J Cool. We've been rocking for years and years and years. Today has been a complete throwback back day for me, y'all. Like my first interview earlier today, I interviewed him a decade ago. My second interview, I interviewed him 8 years ago. You and I were probably about 4 years ago on our last interview. So all glory to God. Thank you, God, for bringing people like yourself into my life who we can come back full circle and do this over and over and over again. That is a blessing right there. So thank you for being here tonight.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
100%. So go ahead and introduce the record so we can check it out.
This is J. Cool with Fulltime Trapping. Y'all check it out. Yeah.
Hey, y'all stay tuned for it.
It's my life, it's my life, it's my life, ayy. It's my life, it's my life, it's my life, ayy. It's my life, it's my life. Go get her back, do somersault gymnastics. She my little freak, like to do the nasty. One thing my money, don't like to let it pass me. Cooked in my life, yeah, full-time track, ayy. Dim the lights, can't let you see what's happening. No slanging, no swinging, plenty action. Oh yeah? You cannot see me, dog, window tinted glasses. Cautious in traffic, cause why I got that gas, bitch. They want them 30 avatars, blue magic. They do not care if it's sprinkled with it. Hold up, playing with that shit with hell of a risk. Damn, so hard to get legit and then you quit. Y'all fat, money, bad bitches on my DI. Hold up, baby mama always mad, I kinda see why. Damn, she fell in love with a toxic nigga. My nigga. Same thing had happened with my father figure. Hey, some shit just happened, yeah, it scarred a nigga. You know it. I swear so hard to break the cycle, nigga. I swear. Hey, indoctrinated since diaper, nigga. Oh yeah? I'm just another real life nigga. They what they say. They what they say. Since I was a jit, I've been having my way. My way. Accountability, who the fuck is the blame? But every single day I have to let my nuts hang. Go get her back, do somersault gymnastics. She my little freak, like to do the nasty. One thing my money, don't like to let it pass me. Cooked in my life, yeah, full-time trapping. Go get her back, do somersault gymnastics. She my little freak, like to do the nasty. One thing my money, don't like to let it pass me. Cooked in my life, yeah, full-time trapping.
Roll up that one that help me ease the pain. Shawty a eater like to blow the brain. Yeah.
Hey, Full-Time Trapping, J. Cool in the building. My family, my brother. It was so good to catch up with you. It's been a while since we've been able to do this. Coming into the new year, we'll circle back. We'll spin the block on the in-person interview and make it happen. I just want to say quick shout out to my homie BK Just. He's a dope artist out of Brooklyn. He just tuned in over on Twitch. So big salute to you, bro. Definitely appreciate you being here. This is my homie J. Cool. We've been cool. J. Cool and I have been cool for many, many, many years. Like, I don't even know when we originally connected. It's been a long time.
I can't. I have to go back and we have to recheck the timeline, but I don't even know. I just say Hood Magazine.
I want to say it has to be a decade, right? At least.
At least.
I'm guessing somewhere in there. I don't know, because you know how it is. We meet so many people, but you're one of the people that stands out to me. Like, I'm gonna keep it G. I get people sometimes who will have interviewed with me 10 years ago and I don't remember them. And I'm like, it's no disrespect, but I do thousands of interviews, but you're one of those standout people. So shout out to you, J. Cool, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
100%. Anything else before we get up out of here that you want to let the listeners know about? Tell them one more time about that single.
Full-Time Trapping out right now. Music video, dopest AI music video, original song, original clothing, merch. You know what I mean? So y'all check it out. Shout out to TampaMystic, and it's your most wanted. We locked in.